Hello guys, selamat malam. Selamat datang kembali di live streaming kali ini dalam acara Tips and Tricks bersama Mary Kristuti dan di kesempatan 28 Desember 2020, malam yang indah dan panas di Jakarta. Dan saya kembali menghadirkan bintang tamu guest star for you guys yang memiliki passion sebagai misalnya aja kayak pembawa berita olahraga atau jurnalis suka ngeliput acara-acara olahraga. Nah, sahabat lama saya ini tidak berasal dari Indonesia, tapi berasal dari Brazil. Mungkin kalian nggak kenal, tetapi karena konsep acara saya adalah kita bisa belajar dari siapapun dan bisa belajar apapun serta dimanapun. That's why saya mengundang beliau untuk datang di acara ini. Dan kalian yang mau bertanya, silakan bertanya di chat live streaming. So, kita bisa ngobrol lebih banyak dengan beliau. Oke? Siapakah beliau gitu kan? Oke lah. Saya masukin beliau ya sekarang ya. Jangan takut kalau acara ini akan dibawakan dalam dua bahasa, yaitu Indonesia dan Inggris. Oke, guys? Selamat datang untuk yang baru datang. Stay tune di acara saya ya. Wait. Hi, Jose.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine. Finally, we see each other.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. I hope you are also fine.
Yeah, we are. We're fighting the corona still in Brazil, but we're doing fine.
Okay, and first of all, Merry Christmas for you and happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
You too.
Oh yeah.
You too.
Yes. Guys, ulang tahun Jose, kita sebut namanya Jose. Itu tanggal 25 Desember kemarin dan saya 27 Desember. So, kita sama-sama Capricorn, right? We are the same Capricorn.
Right. We're Capricorn. But I'm 25th and you're 27th, right?
Yes. Yeah. But I'm 17 years old.
You're 70? 17.
I'm 17.
I'm 30.
Oh, you're 30. Okay, great. Okay. Rekan-rekan yang baru masuk, kalian boleh bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia, saya akan translate. So, Jose, I will translate everything. So after I ask something or explain something, I will translate it to also Indonesia, okay? Because not everyone can speak English here.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. So guys, welcome from the viewer from Malaysia, Johan. Welcome, Bang Johan. Thank you for staying with us. And then right now, I would like to ask Jose. Saya mau tanya ke Jose. Jose, do you still remember our first met? Masih ingat ketemu pertama?
First time we met, yeah, we met singing, right?
Yeah.
At an internet, in an internet app. I don't remember what song we sang together, but I'm your fan. So you're one of the greatest singer in the world. So I was just your fan, and I was looking for something to sing, and I saw you, and it was my pleasure to join you and sing together.
No. You say something. You say something bad. You
What?
are my fans. You are my fan. No, I am your fans.
Thank you. Thanks, Mary.
Guys, I will explain first. Guys, saya ketemu dengan Jose itu kira-kira 5 tahun lalu. Waktu itu lagunya Fly Me to the Moon and Let Me Stay. Right.
That's correct. Yeah. You got good memory.
Thank God, I still got this one. And the things that makes me want to have a connection with you because you put a positive word into the comment. Jadi waktu itu teman-teman, Jose itu taruh komen yang membuat saya merasa Jose ini orang yang sangat positif. Ya, I think like you put like this. She is a good singer, right? And then even in that song, I was sing very bad. Walaupun saya nyanyi jelek.
You never sing bad.
No. And then I roaming around Jose channel and looking for the song. And after a while, we have so many duets, but not really so many, but we have some duets, right?
Right, right. Well, the latest one was feelings.
Yeah. Feeling.
Feelings. Yeah.
Okay, guys, dan waktu itu that first time when I met Jose, I didn't know who is he. Saya nggak tahu siapa Jose. Okay, and then after a while we exchange our Instagram channel, right?
Right.
And then finally I found who is Jose, and then we are connected as well in the LinkedIn. My goodness, I have an artist friends from Brazil.
I'm a nobody.
Oh, you are nobody. I am
Yeah.
nobody. And then guys, seiring berjalannya waktu, bahkan after 5 years, I just have Jose phone number the last 2 weeks, right, Jose?
Right, right. That's
After
correct.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. And then, but
Yeah.
we have the same connection because Jose still remember my dogs, Charlie and Mickey.
I always ask about Charlie, right? Because I remember the first time we talked, you talked about Charlie. I don't know why, and I always say hi to Charlie.
Yeah. No, that's the song when we sang, and Charlie is barking.
Oh,
and
right, right. Yeah. He was barking at the background, and he said that was Charlie barking. So I always ask about Charlie, and I love dogs. I love animals.
I love animals.
Let me ask you something here. On
Okay.
this. Can I ask you why you called Mary in the Zoo?
Wow. Okay. That's a good question. Actually, there are two meanings of that word, Mary in the Zoo, meanings that Mary who live in the zoo, because I love animal.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first. But the second is a satire things that we are living in the zoo.
You live
With
in
the
the zoo?
No, I mean, we are human, right? But sometimes we act like an animal.
Okay.
So Mary in the zoo.
But acting like an animal, in a sense, is a good thing because animals have good attitudes. Sometimes better than humans, right?
That's correct.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And that's why Mary, because my name is Mary, and then Mary can be related to happiness, right? Be merry.
Okay, that's cool.
But why don't you put? Yes, pardon.
You live in Bali, Mary?
No. I live in
Where do you live?
Jakarta.
In Jakarta,
Jakarta,
okay.
yeah.
Which is the capital of Indonesia, right?
Yes, the most traffic cities in the world.
Oh my God! I have many partners that sing with me from Indonesia, which is
really?
which is really. I found this is very interesting that a lot of people like to sing in Indonesian. They sing well. Besides you, a lot of people sing with me from Indonesia. Maybe the most people I have from other countries is from Indonesia.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Indonesia, like Bali?
No, I will. A lot of people from Brazil go to Indonesia, go to Bali, because people here like beaches, and I live in Rio de Janeiro, so it's a beautiful city as far as beaches too. So a lot of people like this kind of landscape, so they go to Bali, and we have all this furniture from Bali, all the wooden stuff from Bali that are sold here, widely sold in Brazil too.
See, okay. Bang Johan, Jose tinggal di Rio de Janeiro. Janeiro. Okay. Yeah. Somebody asked where do you come from. Okay. Jose, but most of all, I was like amazed with your career journey. Really.
Thank you. Thanks.
And then also I have a friend here in Indonesia that he is a sport anchor as well in the national TV.
Okay.
And then that's why I would like you to share something for them.
Okay.
Okay, but first of all, Jose, I will translate it first ya. Teman-teman, saya bertanya sama Jose, saya sangat mengagumi perjalanan karirnya Jose dan saya mau tahu Jose ini dulu kayak gimana. Jadi supaya bisa share ke beberapa orang di sini yang membutuhkan, dan ada juga teman saya yang kerja sebagai pembawa berita olahraga di TV nasional di Indonesia. Oke. Nah, sekarang saya mau tanya lagi ya ke Jose. Jose, would you like to tell us about your childhood life? And then, do you ever be naughty, a kid naughty, or something that you still remember about your childhood things?
Oh, I had a normal childhood. I'm a son of among 5 children. My parents had 5 children. So I have 2 younger sisters and 2 older brothers. We're 5 in total. I'm the one in the middle.
Yeah,
And I
you are
have,
in the middle.
yeah, with 2 younger sisters and 2 older brothers. And we had a normal childhood. My dad was a doctor. He passed away 12 years ago. And
Okay.
and my mom, she's still alive and she's a housekeeper now, but she used to be a teacher. So I had a normal childhood, and I used to like things normal people like, normal boys would like. And I don't remember what was the first time I decided to be someone linked with communication and linked with journalism. But I believe this was like 2 or 3 years before I finished high school. I thought that I needed to deal with communication, and I liked to listen to the radio, to the sports radio, where they broadcasted football games. You say football in Indonesia, right? Not soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer is in the U.S. So they used to broadcast football games and sports radio in Brazil, and afterwards on TV too. And I used to like that. I remember listening to the radio and being very passionate about it. So this is probably what made me think about going on that career. And I started my career in 1989, 1990. I'm kind of old. So it's been like 31 years already since I've been on the journalism career.
Wait, I will translate it first, but something related 89, 90, I was like for grade.
No.
Yes.
You're lying.
Yes, 89. My younger brother just born. Okay, I will translate it.
You were a famous singer by 89, I know.
My goodness, sorry. Okay, I will translate it. Guys, Jose ini adalah anak ketiga dari 5 bersaudara, di mana 2 adalah abang dan 2 adalah adik perempuan, ya. Jadi dia di tengah-tengah. Bapaknya dia seorang dokter, ibunya dia dulu guru dan sekarang jadi housekeeper. Kemudian bapaknya sudah meninggal 12 tahun yang lalu, ibunya masih ada. Kemudian kalau ditanya tentang apakah ada yang mendrive dia atau membuat dia termotivasi untuk jadi pembawa berita, dia bilang saya nggak tahu, tapi sejak kapan mulai, tetapi 2-3 tahun sebelum lulus sekolah SMA, high school, dia bilang dia mulai suka dengerin berita olahraga. Nah, akhirnya dari situ dia mulai menyenangi yang namanya jurnalistik gitu ya. Jose, Johan said that he always loved to listen to football casting from Brazil.
Right.
Wow. I even don't know about it. I'm so sorry.
But what? What don't you know?
Football.
Yeah, well, it's been my work. It's been my job through the last years. But I love other things. I love music. I love culture. But football and sports are my job. That's what I do for a living.
Yeah, and then do you have someone that drives you? I mean, your role model maybe when you were a child?
That drove me what? Can you repeat that?
Role model.
Yeah. Well, many the people that I used to listen to. Some of them work with me nowadays. They're a little older than me. But a lot of the journalists, the famous ones that I used to listen to or watch on TV, many of them I had the chance to work with them, and they're very famous sometimes. And some are not here anymore, but many of them became my friends. So usually the role models are famous Brazilian journalists that work with sports, and of course they inspired me and help me with my choice.
Wow, you are so lucky. And then,
really?
Oke, teman-teman, kalau tadi jawaban dari Jose tentang pertanyaan saya punya role model apa enggak, dia bilang waktu dia masih muda tuh dia punya banyak role model yang artis-artis, membawa berita terkenal, dan sekarang semenjak itu mereka setelah Jose terjun ke dunia jurnalistik kerja jadi sama-sama gitu. Nah, sorry, kerja sama Jose, dan saya barusan bilang bahwa aduh kamu beruntung banget Jose bisa ketemu dengan orang-orang itu gitu ceritanya ya. Now Jose, during your first you are working as a journalist, what time? I mean, how old when you were start this journalistic?
1989, 1990, 1989. I was still a student till 1992. Till 1992, I was in college, in communication college, but I was already working as an intern, or as a reporter already in radio. I started as a sports reporter for a great radio network in Brazil. And then I moved from radio to TV in 1993 when I worked for this largest Brazilian TV network, which is called Global TV. It's a big network. So I worked for them since 1993 till, I went back and forth a couple of times, but I worked for them for 15 years. And then, I changed my job once or twice, but in 2012, I moved to Fox, where I've been for the last 9 years.
9 years. Oke, I will translate it first ya. Oke, jadi Jose ini mulai karir dia waktu dia masih jadi pelajar, student ya guys. Ingat, jadi pelajar sudah nyambi kerja ya. Jadi jurnalis, jadi penyiar radio. Terus tahun 93 itu tahun 89 sampai 90-an. 93 dia pindah ke stasiun TV, di TV terbesar di Brazil. Kemudian 2012 dia baru pindah ke Fox. Fox guys, Fox. Oh my God. What is inspiring you from the influencer? How they speak? Okay, I understand. Jose, the question from the viewers, what is inspired that from your role model? Is it about how they speak, or how about their grooming, or about their life? Audience wants to know.
No, it's about how they work. When they were my role models, I didn't know about their private life, of course. So I only saw them on the screen, or I would listen to them on the radio. So I was very fascinated and inspired by the way they talk, by the way they would describe things or give the news, and tell the viewers or the listeners about the facts. So journalism and being a journalist, a reporter, or giving information to the audience is something it takes a lot of responsibility. So you gotta trust in whoever is talking to you, and people I would notice as people that I could rely on, that I could trust in what they were saying. Those were the inspiration for myself.
Okay, I will translate it. So Jose ini merasa terinspirasi dari kerjanya jurnalistik ya, tentang memberikan fakta, menyajikan fakta dalam tulisan, dalam sebuah penjelasan, itu yang membuat dia tertarik tentang role modelnya, dan dia menyukai pekerjaan ini. Dan I should say, Jose, that you are so lucky because you are become the first East radio anchor first, right?
The first what?
The first radio you was in the radio, right?
Yeah, first I was on radio before going to TV. I worked for a radio station like for 3 years and a half before going to work on TV. In 1993, I started on TV.
Yeah. So I think I was in the radio only for 1 or 2 sessions because somebody asked me to replace someone, but that's it. It was 2002 or 3, and then finished. I did not get any project or job. And then do you think I'm okay with this streaming right now? Can I become a journalist?
Yeah, you should. You're a star. You're a celebrity.
Who said that? Oh,
you're a famous YouTuber.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm trying. My vision to within my YouTube is not to be famous, but within my channel, I give people an education about life, about working, about personal improvement, about whatever they need within the work life.
Sounds good. That's
Yeah,
a great thing to do.
that's why I bring you here.
No, thank you.
And
It's my
then the
pleasure.
question, yeah, and then the question: do you practice before any live games, Jose?
If I
Yeah,
practice to work, you mean? Well, I have
to
to.
talk.
Yeah, well, I have to. No, I don't practice to talk. I have to be very aware of everything that's going on, because I usually talk about, let's say, the championship, the national
Yeah.
championship, the national league, the football national league, and they
Uh,
have games like 2 3 times a week, and I need to be very well aware of everything that's going on. So if I want to talk about some subject, and that relates to football, that relates to politics, that relates to science, that relates to education, that relates to whatever a journalist has to talk about, he has to be very well aware and informed about everything. So he has to watch the channel, the news channels. He has to be on the internet for a good part of the day. Be aware of the news, know what's going on in Indonesia, know what is the capital of Indonesia, what's the capital of China, what's basically what's going on in the world. Even if I'm a sports journalist, I need to be aware of everything. Only knowing about sports won't do my job. I have to be aware of everything. If there's a racism case in some place, if there's something very serious going on anywhere in the world, and somehow that might be related to my job, to sports, and might in some way the athletes or the football stars in Europe or Indonesia or wherever, they might talk about that. So if they talk about some very important fact that's going on anywhere, I need to be aware of why they're talking about that. So I need to follow the news, I need to follow the football championship, and I need to follow just about everything basically talking about.
See, okay, I will translate it. So, kerjaannya Jose mengharuskan dia itu untuk aware dengan segala hal yang terjadi di dunia. Walaupun dia adalah seorang jurnalis untuk sport, tapi apapun tentang apapun dimanapun dia harus tahu. My goodness, I don't think I will do that because it's so much for me, ya. Aware of everything within the world. Oh my goodness. That's how you read a lot, yeah, Jose. You read a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I have to read a lot today. I always read a lot, but basically, a journalist. Well, if he reads a lot of books, it will help him. Of course, I mean, it won't do any bad for him. But he needs to read a lot of the news, a lot of what's going on. You need to know what's going on everywhere, especially in your area. Like you need to know what's going on in sports area for myself, or in, whatever area the journalist has to cover. But I read a lot every day, all day long. I wake up, I turn on my phone, and I see there's a message from your group, and I read and I answer that, and I'm always very much connected to everything. I'm connected to everything, to everything that might be important somehow, such as the pandemic, such as the COVID-19. Everything that's going on. I need to know what's going on, because that's gonna impact somehow. It's gonna impact my job. There will be some connection to the sports matters, even if it's not a sports issue.
See guys, jadi terlalu banyak, harus banyak yang dia perhatikan apapun yang terjadi di dunia ini, sehingga membuat dia itu juga biar bisa tetap up to date, ngebawain acaranya itu tetap enak karena dia tahu tentang segala sesuatu gitu ya. Jadi kayaknya memang wawasannya harus sangat-sangat luas ya gitu kan. Iya, bukan kepo sih, it's not about kepo, tapi update aja ya. You need to update every time, every single day, right?
Right. I'm updated all the time. You can ask me anything, not about
Really?
Indonesia politicians, but as about the rest, it's about how are the numbers? How are the situation? What country started to do the vaccine in Europe? I pretty much know.
My goodness, harus ada yang mau ngetes nggak? Ada yang mau ngetes Jose nggak? Dia bilang lu boleh ngetes gue apapun. Oke. Do you know about Indonesian vaccine for corona?
No, I don't know about specifically the Indonesian vaccine, but I just read like just an hour ago that for some reason Pfizer didn't deliver the vaccine to Spain. So I'm pretty much aware of the top news, but I'll try to find out about the Indonesian vaccine. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, our president give the vaccine free for everyone here.
Okay, when does it start?
Not knowing yet, and
It's
then
not-
some of
It hasn't started. It hasn't started yet.
not yet, and then
Okay.
some of the people refuse to have the vaccine.
Yeah, it's the same here. Well, it can't help that. I mean, are you gonna take the vaccine? What do you think? Yeah,
Me? I will.
I want to be the first in line.
Yeah, I will because I have 4 sons. I have 4 sons.
Right.
I will.
Well, and you have Charlie before besides the
Oh,
fourth
yeah. I have Charlie and Mickey.
one. Charlie and the 4 sons.
Yes, and the 4 sons. And guys,
Good.
Jose, for all of your journey, become a journalist and then a very famous sport anchor in Brazil, do you feel that maybe you think that you have did something like mistaken, something silly that you would like to share to us, something silly that you made it?
Yeah, we do silly things during
Oh, really?
during our lives. Yeah. Well, we make mistakes always. I mean, we're
Like
always
what?
making.
Tell us.
Well, I'm a very active person on the social media, on Twitter, and I'm starting a little bit with Instagram. I don't like Instagram that much, but it's becoming big, so I need to follow up with that.
Yeah.
But I'm a very active person on social media, on Twitter especially, and as I post like, I don't know, like 5, 10, 15 times a day, something there. Once in a while, you make a joke about something that you might, it might not be a good joke. People might not like it, or you might write something, even if it's not a joke, you might write something that people would think that you're not saying something that you should say. So, I mean, you make a lot of mistakes, and you try to make the least mistakes that you can. And that's what I've been trying to do through the last years and through a whole life. And you make some choices that you could do better if you rethink that. But basically, I'm pretty much okay and happy with the choices I've made. I don't regret a lot of things, and I accept life the way it comes. And I'm thinking I'm a very lucky person, basically. So I don't, as long as I'm healthy, my son is healthy, my family is healthy, my wife is healthy, my dog is healthy, and I can make a living. I'm a fairly well succeeded person, so I'm happy. I'm very thankful for whatever I have.
Oke, I will try to translate it. Oke, guys, Jose bilang, kan aku nanya, pernah bikin salah nggak? Terus dia bilang, ya gue aktif di sosial media kayak Twitter, Instagram, dan segala macam. Tapi lebih banyak aktif di Twitter, dan kadang dia suka ngepost sesuatu yang salah, dan dia belajar dari kesalahan itu. Karena dia adalah seorang role model atau artis di Brazil. Jadi dia belajar dari kesalahan dia dalam meninggalkan jejak digital. Oke, so jejak digital itu sangat-sangat berbahaya ya. Digital footprint is very dangerous.
I'm sorry. Did you ask me something? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Digital footprints. We said that digital footprints is a very dangerous. That's why we need to manage what we post, right?
Right. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes you act faster than you think. So yeah. But yeah, digital world, digital environment is something that you really have to think about posting before posting. when you're writing, especially if you're if you're somebody with a lot of followers and you're talking to a lot of people, and the websites are watching what you're writing to make that into the news, for example. You have to be very thoughtful and careful and cautious about what you're gonna write, and about your feelings, about your thoughts, and it takes a lot of responsibility today to work and to play with the social media.
So guys, hati-hati dengan sosial media, harus bertanggung jawab. Jadi hati-hati, thoughtful, hati-hati, resikonya harus dipikirin. Dan tadi ada pertanyaan ya tentang dia udah pernah belum ke Indonesia, belum pernah ke Indonesia, dan dia pengen ke Indonesia. Oke? So Bang Johan asking that if someone wants to start sport journalism, how do they start? Jose, would you like to answer that?
I don't know about Indonesia market. I don't know how it works in Indonesia. As far as I know, I worked a few also for American broadcast. I covered the last World Cup, the 2018 World Cup in Russia. I was in Russia, and I worked for Fox Sports Brazil, but especially for Fox Sports USA. So I was bringing the news on the Brazilian team, the Brazilian national team in Russia, in English for the American audience in 2018. So I'll talk about what I know. If you want to be a sports journalist, first of all, you need to be very much into that. You need to be aware of history, about sports history, about the important things, the important athletes, the important names and celebrities of that world, of that environment. And you need to follow everything. Like I said before, you need to be a very often, you need to read just about everything that pops up in front of you about sports. Be someone that's very interested in mostly all the sports, or at least in the sports that are popular in your country, to your audience, and be be a reader, be someone that's interested in everything, not only sports but in everything, because knowing about everything as much as you can is going to help you for sure to write better, to communicate better, and to be someone that talks about everything. It's ready to that person is not only a sports journalist, he's ready to talk about anything, any important thing that comes up.
Oke, I will translate it. Jadi menurut Jose, kalau mau jadi jurnalis olahraga, yang pertama kamu harus into it ya. Kamu benar-benar harus totally menyukai pekerjaan kamu, banyak baca sejarah-sejarah olahraga. Jadi kalau ngomong tuh nanti terstruktur gitu ya. Terus juga harus kalau udah tahu tentang hal-hal seperti itu kan jadinya enak ngomong, karena linknya dapat nih, connection dari A ke B ke C ke D enak gitu. Jadi nggak kayak orang ngeblank cuma taunya di ujung doang, tengahnya hilangan gitu ya. Nah, dengan kamu tahu itu semua, itu akan membantu kamu untuk mau jadi jurnalis. Dan dalam hal ini dia bilang jurnalis apa aja, nggak harus di sport, nggak harus di olahraga, tapi bisa jurnalis di apa aja gitu ya. Nah, Jose, have you ever feel tired?
Tired? Yeah, every once in a while. I've been feeling tired now. On the past weeks, as a matter of fact, the year is ending for all of us.
Yeah.
And I will not continue working for Fox Sports next year. I've been there for 9 years, and I'm a little tired of what I've been doing on the past years, on the past months. So I'll change a little bit for 2021. I still don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll probably be more closer. I'll be closer to the social media, to the digital world. Maybe I'll become a Mary in the Zoo in Brazil, being very popular on the internet, opening a YouTube channel, having a show like this.
Yes.
Yeah, I still don't have one, but I might do something like that, and on Instagram, on YouTube, and all of these things that people are talking about right now, because this is what the future is. This is what the present is. What the future is taking us to. So that's something that probably I'll have to look very carefully and very closely on the next year. And so I'll change my path, and somehow, because I'm a little tired of what I've been doing through the past many years.
Oke, aku translate. Jadi aku tanya sama dia tadi, pernah ngerasain capek nggak? Dan dia bilang setahun terakhir ini dia sangat amat capek, dan dia bahkan bilang mungkin karena ya ya guys, namanya kerjaan pasti ada pressure, dan dia bilang tadi bahwa dia menginformasikan kalau dia ini tahun ini selesai, tahun ini kan tinggal berapa hari lagi, terutama besok sih tanggal 29 itu hari terakhir dia kerja di Fox. Jadi 2021 dia nggak tahu dia mau ngapain. Dia bilang apa dia main Twitter aja, aktif di sosial media, atau buka channel YouTube kayak Mary in the Zoo. Wow, Mary in the Zoo. And then ataupun apapun yang berhubungan dengan dunia digital. Jadi dia bilang dia masih belum tahu dia mau ngapain. Gitu. Jose, I was working in engineering for 17 years, and then I switched my career into like this, like education, self-improvement things. So that's how I make my YouTube channel. Maybe you can also do that kind of things, and we can exchange the streaming like this.
And the audience.
And the audience.
I'll give you my audience.
Yeah, my audience love you. See, they stay here. They ask a lot of things, right?
I'm a nobody, Mary.
me also nobody.
You're a star. You're a star.
Oh my goodness. Can I see the star there? There's Johan asking, what is the most challenging situation that you have been encountered?
That's a tough question. I've been a reporter for many years. Well, over the past 9 years in Fox, I was in the studio as a host, as a TV host. So it's kind of easier to be on the studio because you're in the air conditioning, as we say. You have to know how to do things, but it's an easier task than being on the street, covering maybe a tragedy or covering a difficult situation. Mm-hmm. And I faced some situations where, for example, you saw someone, you could see a player on the field, on the soccer field, maybe fainting or having some health issues. And I saw once a guy that almost passed away. He had to be taken to the hospital because he fainted during the game, and that's a very tough and tense situation to be witnessing and to be talking about on air. So I would say those that's a very tough thing to be on. And sometimes you're working on a game where the weather, for example, is very, very, very bad, and you have like the lights going out, and you have maybe flooding around the stadium, and all that thing sometimes give you a hard time. And working with sports, you're not going to see a lot of tragedies. You're not going to see a lot of bad moments. Sports are usually related to happiness and to healthy people. So you're not gonna face a lot of tough situations. But I've been through a few.
Oke, I will translate it. So, pertanyaan tentang apakah ada situasi yang menantang, dia bilang dulu dia di studio aja, ada AC, nyaman, duduk itu begitu dia dapat reportase di lapangan. Nah, dia ketemu dengan banyak kejadian yang memang nggak sebanyak yang reportase lain ya, karena dia reportase olahraga. Ada kejadian yang kayak hampir mati lah si atletnya gitu kan. Nah, dia sih bilang bahwa berhubungan dengan olahraga ini membawa kebahagiaan sama orang-orang yang sehat. Jadi nggak banyak tragedi, guys. No, not much tragedy that he face ya. So, Jose, do you think that because you were studied in communication, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if you were not Finish that communication studies.
Not
What
a
do you think about
singer.
yourself?
Not a singer. I could never be a singer. I would love to, but I could never be a singer. Well, I don't know. I would work maybe with architecture. I like drawing. You know, I like to draw things. I like to be very careful and watch the how the apartments are drawn and how the decoration is set. So maybe I could be an architecture, you know, someone related to this decoration thing on in apartments and how the people how things are set up in a house in an apartment, and that's something I would like to do. Maybe I would have done that if I wouldn't be a journalist, or I could try to be a singer too. But that wouldn't make any. I wouldn't be very successful with that.
So guys, dia kan aku tanya kalau dulu kan dia kuliahnya di komunikasi. Nah, kalau dia nggak pernah kuliah di komunikasi, dia akan jadi Jose yang sekarang nggak ada jawab enggak. Dia bilang dia akan menjadi penyanyi, kalau nggak arsitek gitu dia bilang. Dan mungkin pilihannya ke arsitek gitu. Ke penyanyi karena dia lebih suka jadi penyanyi gitu. Wow. Nanti kita dengerin suara dia ya nanti. I said to audience that later we can hear you singing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Johan still asking here, Jose, what's the best football match that have you watched?
The best one? Oh, I could never tell you just one, but you know, I've been through very important matches. I watched like I don't remember now, but I watched like 4, maybe 5 World Cup finals right at the stadium, being right there where the game was taking place. Because I've been through so many World Cups as a journalist, and being being where this thing is taking action, where everyone is looking at. Well, football is very popular in Indonesia too, right?
Very popular.
It's the most popular sport in Indonesia. Football. It's the most popular. So I believe when the World Cup takes place, everyone in the world, in most of the countries, absolutely most of the countries, are looking at what's going on in the World Cup. Even if your country is not there on the championship, like Indonesia hasn't been. But so people are anyway looking at the TV and watching the game everywhere in the world. And being at that match right there in the stadium, it is a privilege. It's something that you know that you're working, but lots of people would pay millions or fortunes to be there.
Yes.
And you're not there for free. You're there being paid to be there.
We can You're so lucky.
Yeah, people would pay a lot of money to be there, and you're there being paid to be there, which is you feel very lucky on that day. And I would say with no doubt that those are the best days for sports journalists. It's where you feel very it's where you feel it's when you feel that everything's been worth, you know, that you chose a profession that in some ways can reward you in a day like that.
Wow, guys, jadi ternyata menurut dia katanya nonton langsung pertandingan kayak Piala Dunia itu 2018 kayaknya ya kemarin dia bilang tadi itu sangat menyenangkan ya. Kalau orang berlomba-lomba untuk membayar bisa duduk di kursi depan itu, dia dibayar untuk ada di situ. Oh my goodness, he's so lucky. Jose, somebody text me and ask a question for you. This guy is from Malaysia and he have a sport store in Malaysia, okay? He asking that if 2021 that you're leaving Fox News and move on to doing something else outside sport journalism, will you not miss covering the upcoming Tokyo Olympics?
Well, yeah, there'll be the Olympics moved from 2020 to 2021. I might cover that somewhere else. You know, I'm moving out from Fox Sports because Fox Sports in Brazil and in many countries has been bought by another company. It's been bought by Disney company. So they used to compete, but now it belongs to Disney. So they're making big changes in a lot of countries, except USA. You have Fox Sports in Indonesia? Is there
we
Fox
have
Sports? Is there local Fox
um,
Sports
I
in
don't
local
think
language? No,
we
no,
don't
there
have
shouldn't
we
be.
don't have it.
Okay, so it's been bought by Disney Group, the Disney company. So they're making big changes. But anyway, I'll just move from Fox probably to someplace else, maybe to an independent YouTube channel, to independent projects on the digital environment, as I told you. And
Mhm.
I hope to be able to cover the 2021 Olympics, even if I'm not there. I've been to a few Olympics, right at the spot, right at the on site, like in the U.S., in Atlanta, and I've been to a few competitions, and it's very nice to be there. Of course, we hosted one in Rio in 2016. We had the Olympics in Brazil in Rio, right, and in my city. But as for the next year, I still don't know. We're 6 months away from that, and everything seems very far. The situation that we have about the pandemic,
Yeah,
I'm not even sure that we're gonna have the Olympics. They might postpone it once more. I don't know if the situation is gonna be safe enough
correct.
for the Olympics again next year. So if it does take place, if it does happen, I hope to cover it.
Oke, oke, I will translate it. So guys, tadi pertanyaannya kalau dia keluar dari Fox Sport, dia kangen nggak untuk yang tahun 2021 di Tokyo? Dia jawab, katanya dia bukannya keluar atau gimana, tapi dia cuma udah nggak di Fox. Mungkin dia akan ngeliput itu, tapi tidak di Fox Sport. Kemungkinan di tempat lain. Atau bisa jadi menurut dia gara-gara COVID ini kan semua diundur dari 2020 ke 2021. Mungkin aja 2021 di Tokyo nggak jadi lagi, diundur lagi setahun kemudian gitu cerita dia. Tapi kalau ada kesempatan dia mau gitu, dan karena apa dia nggak di Fox lagi, karena Fox itu kan dibeli sama Disney, jadi dia banyak perubahan di dalam, jadi mau nggak mau ya dia akan mencari tempat lain, demikian ya. Bukan sesuatu yang jelek, tapi sesuatu untuk adaptasi dia di dunia kerjaan gitu ya. Somebody asked you, he is a John Kennedy, Jose. Mr. Jose, who are football player that you like, and are you have a football team also?
The football team thing, yeah, of course I do have a football team. I cannot tell you. you know, sports journalists, they're usually not supposed to tell their team, because people are
Yeah,
so passionate about their teams in
betul.
Brazil,
Right,
at least.
correct.
And some journalists tell what team do they cheer for. A lot of people know what team I'm a fan of, but I never said that. I never told anyone about this except
No,
for
no
my
need.
family, and I never said that on the social media. So I will not answer that question. But what was the other question? The first one?
The first one, do you have a football player, favorite
Yeah.
football player?
Well, I have a few favorite football players. The famous ones that everyone likes
Ronaldo.
today in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal,
Oh,
and
that cute one.
Messi, the Argentinian Messi, and Neymar from Brazil is also. Is Neymar famous in Indonesia?
Yeah, yeah, Neymar, famous.
Neymar. So Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Messi. Those are the top ones now in the world. Now Lewandowski was elected the best in the world in 2020. So I would say those four are among my favorite, and among everyone's favorites now.
Wow, 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 wow. Do you ever interviewing them live? Those
Yeah,
four you meant.
yeah.
Oh,
I interviewed Cristiano Ronaldo, in 2017. I was
mhm.
in United Arab Emirates for the final for the club's world final, where Real Madrid played a Brazilian team played
Yeah,
Grêmio, and I
yeah.
was there in Abu Dhabi. I
Uh-huh.
traveled there as a journalist to cover, and we had a press conference with Cristiano Ronaldo, so I was there, and with Ronaldo that was the only time. Messi was in Brazil a few times already also, and I was in a few press conferences with him, and Neymar many times. I have pictures with Neymar, and my son has a picture with
Oh,
Neymar.
you're so
Yeah.
lucky.
Really?
I'm so lucky to meet you, to know you, Jose. Do
Oh
you know
my!
that?
I am lucky, Mary. I'm the one very lucky here. Thank you.
Oh, dia tuh humble banget ya guys. Aduh, Jose, you are so humble, you know that. Because no, do you know that no one believe that you will come to my YouTube?
You didn't believe it?
No, no one believe that you will come to my
Oh,
YouTube channel.
well, no, I'm a no one. No one believed that no one would come to your YouTube. I'm a no one.
Gila lah, humble banget, men. Gue meleleh dengernya. Oh, melted, melted. but Jose, when you think that you are within this stage of life, within your age, your family life, your working career, yeah, do you think that you still have another dream to achieve?
Yeah, I have a few dreams. As I said, I'm very thankful to what I've conquered so far, to what I've done so far, to everything I have. I have to be very thankful. But I love music, and I would never be a professional singer, but I'd love to work with music. To be, for example, a producer for music, and to somehow work with that. Maybe producing concerts or famous artists. That's something that I would love to do, and I've been thinking about doing that too. That's one of the things I might try to do on the next years.
Wow. Jadi aku tanya sama Jose, punya dream yang belum tercapai nggak? Dia bilang pengen jadi produser musik karena dia suka nyanyi. Wow, wonderful. Wow.
You want to be my first client? I'll produce you, Mary.
Oh my goodness, I cannot sing very well like you lah.
You want to tour Brazil singing?
Oh. Who am I, by the way? Who am I? Jose, the last question. What tips for somebody who start to work within this kind of career, and also right now is the digital era? It's not the same like you before when you started on 89, 90 something, right? So what do you think the most tips for them to get more succeed in this career?
Well, be connected. Be very much connected to everything that you can. Be aware of the most things you can be aware of. Do not look only to your neighborhood, to your world. You have to look around. You have to know a little bit about China, about Russia, about the United States, about Brazil. You have to know where is Argentina. You have to know where is Mexico. You have to know what players are the most famous and why they are the most famous in the world right now. What do they do? What have they done? And so you have to be very connected, and mostly you have to be very serious about your job. You have to be. You can play around. You can make jokes. You need to have good humor. I love that. But you have to be very serious about being honest to whoever you're talking to. So that's what people seek. That's what people look for in a journalist. That you're a reliable person. That you're someone that they can take information from and believe in what you're saying. So that's the most important thing you have, being someone reliable.
Oke, oke. Let me translate. So, yang pertama tips buat kalian yang mau jadi jurnalis, yang pertama kan harus connected ya, kemanapun berita apapun, tentang apapun, dimanapun terconnected ya, terkoneksi, up to date. Terus yang kedua itu adalah serius sama kerjaan itu ya. Kerjaan itu harus serius. Terus yang ketiga adalah harus honest, jujur, J-U-J-U-R, bukan C-U-C-U-R ya. Jujur bukan cucur ya. Kenapa? Kamu harus jadi orang yang dapat dipercaya. Oke, kenapa? Karena kerjaan jurnalis itu adalah kerjaan yang benar-benar menyampaikan fakta, FAKTA, ya kan? Nah, so buat kalian yang suka main drama, hati-hati ya, karena yang namanya ratu drama atau raja drama itu nggak bisa jadi jurnalis ya. Dan for you to know that, yeah, guys, in here in Mary Christuti channel, that we are giving you all the facts. So if you're roaming around my channel and seeing the video, all those video were coming from the fact, actual fact. But we brought you up to the video so you can enjoy it like you are studying about something, but you still enjoy it. So channel saya adalah channel fakta, permasalahan yang diangkat dari sebuah fakta, dan agar kan bisa belajar sebuah pembelajaran dari video-video tersebut. And Jose, there's a lot of people asking you to sing together. Copyright ya? Oh, okay. But the information from my assistant that we only have 10 seconds singing because of the copyright. My
10 seconds?
Only 10 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, kalau nggak nyanyi nggak pakai suara, nggak pakai musik boleh dong?
Ya kan lagunya kan.
Hah? Nggak pakai musik boleh? But without music, okay. Without music, okay. But if I play, I was like preparing the song here, yeah, okay, for you to sing. But my assistant said that I cannot put it on YouTube because it's a copyright. But you can sing it without the music. No, you sing it without the music. I will continue. Which song that you choose? Feelings.
Feelings. Did you know? I told you that Feelings is a Brazilian music.
Yeah,
it's a world famous music. Very famous song all around the world. And it was composed and sang by a Brazilian musician, singer, but he composed it in English.
Yeah, so right.
It's very famous all over the world. It's a Brazilian.
Okay. You can sing it the first part with Portuguese language.
It was composed in English. It's originally in English. You know.
Oh, I thought you want to say it in Portuguese.
No. It's original in English, but this guy is Brazilian. He speaks Portuguese, but he composed that in English. So there's no Portuguese lyrics for that.
Okay, go for the first part with English. Then.
Really?
Yeah.
You start.
Hey, lagunya apa? Feelings apa? Don't Forget to Remember. Because I don't know if Jose can sing Don't Forget to Remember. Do you know the song Don't Forget to Remember?
Don't Forget to Remember? That's the name of the song?
Don't forget to remember.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry. I don't know that one.
Sorry, gak tahu.
Let's sing Fly Me to the Moon then.
Okay. Let's sing. Which chord? Fly me to the moon. Is that the chord?
Right. Yeah, it's very high. It's very high.
Turunin. Go lower then. You go lower. I will follow you.
Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. That's you.
In other words. So in other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, 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 kiss me.
Wow. You're my favorite Indonesian singer, Mary.
Oh, you make me fly. Guys, anyway, Jose, I would like to ask apology if my English is not so good because
mine is not good. I'm sorry for that.
Oh, mine is worse. Kita kok semua berdua sama-sama ngerendah ya. Okay, guys. And guys, kita mau ngucapin terima kasih sama Jose. Jose, from the bottom of my heart, from this channel and all my viewers, we would like to say thank you very much that you have coming here and share a lot of things to us, because this is something new in my broadcast. And you are the first artist that came here because I don't
I'm
have
not
any
an artist.
friend. I don't have any artist
I'm a
friend.
journalist.
Oh, you're yeah, journalist.
Working on TV doesn't make you an artist. I'm a journalist.
No, I saw your Instagram. You have centang biru, the blue
Oh,
checklist.
so what?
So what? Dia
So
ngerendah
what?
loh, dia ngerendah banget ya, gue malu.
Thank you, Mary. It's been an honor for me to be here. It's been a great, great pleasure, a great privilege to talk to you, to your audience, to Indonesia. I hope to come over one day. I haven't been in Indonesia still, but I will. I hope I will. When I do come, I want to meet you. I want to meet Charlie, your four sons, Mickey, and talk about life. And I wish you all the best. I wish you guys stay healthy. And we're going through a very serious and still dangerous situation all over the world. And we need to be united and together with all that. And, you know, and hope to do the best things and to have the best thoughts about anyone. So you guys stay safe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Mary. Thank you to all your staff. And I was very happy to be here.
My goodness, we are the one who need to say thank you because you are so humble to want to come here. And then the most important things, guys, Jose ulang tahun ya, tanggal 25 kemarin. Jadi kalian ketiklah selamat ulang tahun, happy birthday to Jose. Type it. Happy birthday, Jose. Type it now.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
Yeah, and Jose, stay safe from COVID and keep in contact. Whatever you need, just text me. If I can help you, I will help you. Yeah, I will try to help you. Okay. Send regards to family and send my love to everyone's there. Happy birthday for both of you. Oh yeah, okay. Guys, we close this session ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Jose.
Bye-bye.